She changed the locks while I was at work. No call, no warning. Just came with a cheap locksmith and sealed up my house like it was hers. I pulled up around 7 p.m. dead tired after a double shift at the plant and saw a red paper taped to my door. It said immediate HOA violation. Property seized until compliance. I thought it was a prank. I laughed for like half a second. Then I realized the key wasn't working. My backpack was still inside. My wallet, my tools, even my daughter's asthma medicine. I knocked. Nothing. Then I saw her, Karen, walking her ridiculous little dog like she owned the whole street. She looked at me and smirked. You're not allowed to be here until the board says so. You broke the code with those security cameras and that weird antenna thing in your backyard. I didn't answer. I just stared at her because here's the thing she didn't know. That weird antenna thing, it was part of the remote defense system I built myself from scratch after someone tried to break into my house last year. The whole setup had motion sensors, audio recording, and live stream backup. And while she was busy showing off her power, every single move she made was being saved off-site. Still, she wouldn't stop talking. I'm the acting president now. The board gave me full authority. You're on probation, and if you step foot inside, I'll call the cops for trespassing. I looked at her, and I smiled because she really didn't know what was coming. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I just walked back to my truck and sat there pretending to scroll through my phone. But I was actually logging into the live feed from the system. The cameras had picked up everything. Karen walking in earlier that day with 2 guys. No uniforms, no ID, just a couple of tools and bolt cutters. They looked around like they were robbing the place because they were. She even went into my garage. That's where I keep my late wife's memory box. My daughter's old drawings, things that don't have a price but mean everything. Felt my jaw tighten. Still, I waited. 5 minutes later, 2 police cruisers pulled up. Real ones this time. I didn't call them. Karen did. She stood there with her arms folded like she was about to get a medal. That's him, she said, pointing at me. He's violating HOA restrictions and he just threatened me. One of the officers walked over. The other stayed near her. Sir, step out of the truck. I nodded calm. Of course, officer, but before anything, I'd like you to see something. I handed him my phone. It had the footage queued up, everything in crystal clear video. Karen entering damaging property, touching personal items, even reading my mail. He watched it and didn't say a word for a while. Then he turned to his partner. You need to see this. Karen's smile faded fast. What is that? Some fake video? He probably edited that. He's unstable. You need to arrest him. But she was yelling now and nobody was listening to her anymore. The officer looked at me and asked, Who owns the